So, making sense of all the cards. This is the last part. It is the Forest of the Forest of Adremon. Return to the Forest of Adremon expansion. Encounters level 5. Spirit of the Forest, Wood Giant, Tormented Treants. They are not in. How do I put this orderly? They are not in the base game, but as we saw in the storybook kind of cheat you because they put in expansion things without mentioning they are expansions. Let's see. Elk, Elf, and Tormented Treants. So if you have here the Tormented Treants. So this is the lore part, and this is the actual card. So if you want to go for the I think I'm going to make a second document, tutorial campaign / roguelite version for not only the base game but also the parts that are offered via the expansion. So the Tormented Treants, you can fight them this time thanks to this card because they work like a placard. The Wood Giant, also same thing. So it is in the storybook. And the Spirit of the Forest, you can fight it. You can even influence it. So it's a nice achievement that I'm going to add. And the Black Unicorn, here it is. Lore plus text. It looks pretty undead. Oh yeah, sure. Type undead. Okay, cool. So decisions to make. So the first of all, the Valley of the Dead King stuff, not in Frage. The LCGs not used. Allies not used until I draw the card. The card I draw from the FoA. So this card, for example, the card I draw from the FoA powerup deck. That would be nice. But then I would have to make a third document, one that includes the concept of allies, because if you don't have the ally deck of 27, not 37 cards, then yeah, you're out of luck. You have to draw a new card, pretend it didn't happen. So this will go into the plus box. Okay. Then the circumstances. Yeah, the circumstances. I have to make an adjustment because one YouTuber mentioned that you can do this thing of splitting up all the cards into separate terrains, but most of the hexes are in forest, so this part you would draw this over and over and over again, and it doesn't really help you to draw the root system for the 50th time. So in this case there should be references to other cards, other tables. So I'm going to remove it. Yeah, I already removed the return to entries, and then I sorted them a little bit to make them all 8 entries long. But I think I'm going to reference on certain parts other tables, so in 1/10 of the time you would draw from this table instead of from this table, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to revise a little bit the deck, which means that the contents of these cards will be probably updated a little bit, but it's all for the better. You only have to do this once and then you can play as before. So this I labeled RttFoA encounters. So if you play the Return to the Forest, then you can play this, but for now it's not used. I'm going to strictly focus on the Forest of the Forest of Edremon. So we have filled this, we filled this. How to fill this? Yeah, I'm going to replace the artless enemies here. They go into the box. It's just more consistent that way. So these get here, and these stay, and these get out. This stays the same. That's the epic table, unchanged. You'll see it all eventually on itch.io. I'm going to put the separate documents on itch.io, available for everyone. Let's see. So this enemy stuff no longer used. Small point is that not everything is 100% identical, but these are revised cards, so I would trust these cards a little more than the older cards. So this stays, this goes. So that's 2 Mind Wipe soldiers and Elven High Guards. I didn't really have a problem with the old style, by the way. It's just a matter of taste. You don't need it. So the instructions will be identical. Only this, and the cultist don't. Yeah, the exclamation marks, they are gone. So I will remove them from the table entries. That's actually and these cards look great on camera, I'm pretty sure. Not very impressed in real life by them, but everything is of course shiny on the screen. Yeah, so there's a lot of work. I mean, I spent several hours figuring out what the hell it was all about. Yes, these go out. But then, okay, and now we have to fit it in with. Yes, okay, cool. So I have to be sure this also fits. So now we have again 3 boxes, but now with the correct cards inside and the artful version. Yeah, that's all I have to say. The allies are referenced, so you should have them also in the game box. But now I can continue on with designing the resettable roguelite version. And just a little tip from the veil. The first boss to beat in your very first playthrough is the find and defeat a level 1 boss. The second goal for your second run, you can already guess. So the first 9 runs, you won't have to bother with Adrimon, unless you take too long, of course. If you take too long, then the fate cycle will catch up with you. So the game is, in that sense, the same, but you get more content out of it, and you gradually learn the game. And I think that is what Mariucci and Sons totally overlooked, and that is the barrier to entry is too high. So my document will help with that, and also it will help me, because eventually I want to play with the book. And there's also this little thing here. It's on the first page of the storybook. That's an alternate start. And the alternate start says that you start in the Fey realm instead of on the proper game mat next to an enthralled city. And so I asked at their Discord, and they said, well, after you played a few times, you should consider it, but for variation. And the whole thing is that you gain harvesting equipment. So what is more natural than to unlock this alternate mode after your first harvesting equipment? Okay, bye for now.